Good morning. It is 7:20. I'm about to show you what our boys eat in a day. So right now I'm making Oakland's lunch and I'm gonna try to put you in the cabinet so you can see what I'm doing. All right, the cabinet didn't work, so it's on the counter. First, we have banana pancakes. So I make these earlier in the week and I give them to them randomly. Jamin eats these a lot. This is a great thing to bring to restaurants for babies because it takes them a while to chew it. And I just put peanut butter on it. Well, I heat it up in the morning and then I put peanut butter on it to make it a little more filling. Fold them in half and then I cut them into little bites. Then you just make them on the skillet like regular pancakes and I keep them in the refrigerator. All right, so we got banana pancakes, cashews. Our boys love cashews, string cheese, and white cheddar mini rice cakes. Let me show you what they look like. Oh, it is white cheddar, so they look like this. I used to put fruit in our kids' lunches, but they won't eat the fruit at school for whatever reason. So I kind of gave up on that. Because they do eat it at home, so instead of just wasting it and putting it in their lunchbox just for it to go in the trash, I just don't give it to them and they just eat it at home. So this is gonna be the start of breakfast. We got CG's yogurt and then these breakfast cookies. So I crush one cookie up in each yogurt. Oakland hasn't been liking the cookies lately though, so I might skip it for him. There's this food website called Fooducate that my sister told me about. And it will rate the food that you're giving your kids that you're eating to tell you how good it is. And so I've been looking at that lately. So I think CG's yogurt rated an A, so that's really good. It's like as good as it gets. And then the crackers rated a B. So this is a pretty healthy, like clean breakfast idea. It's super easy and it's super fast, which we all love that.
Changed on me.
And I changed. Because I couldn't wear biker shorts with that short shirt because I felt funny. This is Jamin's breakfast. He's got some milk.
Not just any milk, but raw milk.
What are you guys eating? Still wearing Christmas pajamas. Yogurt. Yogurt.
It's worth telling people about the raw milk versus formula.
Tell them about it.
You know, we have chose to give our babies raw milk over formula because A, it's really good for them, and B, it's less expensive.
This is rainbow week for him at school, so today he gets to wear red, orange, or yellow. So he's wearing a bunch of red and like pink.
And I wish I could tell you some trick that I do to make his hair look that cool, but it just looks that cool naturally. Right, Okie?
And then Halston doesn't have school today. He's gonna be hanging with me. High five. Me and Halsey.
Mom, I want to give Levi one.
You wanna give him a treat? Levi's breakfast, a treat. Good job.
Mama.
We'll do that when we get home.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Oh, it's also to be mentioned, today is the first day of the year wearing shorts. Woohoo! Gonna be 73 today. Why are you wearing that?
I haven't caught up with the times.
Let's say bye to this baby. I haven't even seen him this morning. Look at this baby. Hi. Hey. Bye-bye, baby. We'll be back. We'll be back. I love you. All right, me and Halston came to Publix. Usually we do our grocery shopping at Kroger on Mondays, but today's Tuesday, and we always come here to get the things that Kroger either didn't have, and we like to get our meat here, so we always come here for that. Sometimes they like to drink these. This is a good way to get in greens because they will not eat anything green, but they will drink it, won't you? And then we get mountain bread here because Publix, you know, they don't have this at Kroger, but it's so good. And if your kids don't like green juice, you could start with one of the other ones and maybe work your way to green. All right, we're home from Publix, and me and Halsey back there are about to make some steak and eggs. This is what we do for lunch. Well, it's really like brunch. Let's see. It's 9:40. So this is like my breakfast lunch kind of thing, and then this is his breakfast lunch kind of thing, and we eat it together, and it's really good. I highly recommend. We talked about this on a vlog before. So we get thin sliced ribeyes, eggs, and then mountain bread from Publix. This is my helper. All he cares about is the bread, right? It's the best part. All right, here's my plate. Here's Austin's plate. I've been eating with him at their table because our table is gone. We had some problems with like if you set a drink on it or something, it would make a stain. And so we sent it back to the company and we just have not found a new one. Wow, you got that super high, didn't you? I can't give it to you, spill it. Let's get the top. Cheers. You'll bless it for us? Thank you for this food. We love you.
We love you.
Amen.
Amen.
Good job. Let's eat. Safe to say, we both thought that was pretty good, right? Is that good? Now that he ate all that, he gets a what?
Muffin.
A muffin. How is it? So we get these little bobos. I don't know if it's bobos or bobos. Little muffins. So these didn't rate that good on that Fuji cake thing I was telling you guys about, but I think they were a B, so it's not horrible. Maybe it was a C. This is probably one of the worst things that they eat, but Halsey just loves them, don't you? Well, he's always going to eat his other food first before he can have that. All right, Baby Jay's on his second bottle of the day. It's about 10 o'clock. He just got up from a nap. He's in heaven. All right, I wanted this video to have a little bit of meat to it, so I'm going to go through some things that I wrote down of just like tips. Got Nathaniel's face on mine. Tips about kids and their eating and things, just things that I've come to learn. And like I always say, this isn't going to work for everyone, but it does work for us. So one thing is that I feed our kids in courses, which is kind of funny, but I give them the main thing that I want them to eat first so that they will eat majority of it. And then after that, they get a fruit or something. And then after that, they usually get the thing that they want, which is like pretzels or like one of those little muffins I was showing you or something like that. So I feel like that if you give them all the things you're going to give them at one time, they just pick and choose the best parts, you know, the things that they like. So I start with the main thing. Next thing is that we usually give them the choice that they can eat what I'm giving them or what we're giving them, or they can have a banana. So if you're setting things in front of them, they're like, I don't like that, I don't want that. It's just like, okay, well, you can have a banana. Like, I'm not going to make you eat it. You don't have to eat it. But it's not like, I don't like this, and then you give them something else. I don't like this, and you give them something else. We don't play that game. If it's something that I know that they like, that they've eaten before, and then randomly they're telling me they don't like it, they can either eat it or they can have a banana. Usually they choose to eat it, although they're big banana fans. Another thing is to let them choose some of the things that they're eating. So, for instance, after I give them their main thing that they're eating, I usually give them a fruit. So I'll say, which fruit do you want? Do you want an apple or do you want an orange? You know, so that they get to choose and you're giving them options. It's not like, here's an apple, eat it, because I just feel like kids really like to have control or a sense of control, which is, I think a lot of times we're like, I don't like that, I don't like that. So when I say, do you want this or that, they're getting to pick and they feel like they have some control over what they're eating. Another thing is letting your kids help you make the food. I feel like when they get to be a part of the process, it makes them more excited to eat it. That's what I've noticed with our kids, at least, and they love to help. So if you just let them do that, they could get more excited about eating their food. All right, and the last thing, this is just so crazy, guys. This is like unheard of, is that we don't do snacks. I feel like that's really strange to a lot of people because a lot of people are like big on the snacks with their kids, but we just don't do it. Like, I'm not a snacker. I thought he was about to fall over. I'm not a snacker. Nathaniel's not really a snacker. So we just don't do snacks because I feel like that's what ruins their meals. If they're snacking throughout the day, when it comes time for them to eat an actual meal, they're not hungry because they've been snacking all day. Also, it's hard to find healthier snacks. So when you're giving them those things, you're not probably giving them the best things to eat. So by not giving them snacks, it makes them eat more at their actual meal times. And they also don't ask for snacks all day, which is just so great. And I wanted to give you guys a couple other meal ideas that our kids really like is burgers and sweet potatoes, salmon and sweet potatoes. Those are two very easy things that they love. They love oatmeal with bananas and honey and blueberries in it. They love grits. Pretty much anything breakfast, they're all about it. And tortellini, I make this tortellini soup. I can probably put the link in the description to how to make that and how to make stuffed pepper casserole. They really like that. So yeah, food, it can be a really hard thing. And I find myself getting stuck all the time. I'm like, what should I give them to eat? But I also think we need to keep in mind that we don't have to be a restaurant. It doesn't have to be new every day and every week. Like me and Halston eat steak and eggs at least twice a week, sometimes more. So I think that's a good thing to keep in mind, and it makes your life a little easier, is that if you find something they like and it's good for them, give it to them multiple times. Like, it doesn't have to be something new every day. That could take a lot of pressure off. That's it. Hope that's helpful. We are headed to get Oki from school, and Halston's got a little orange cutie with him. And like I said, we normally don't do snacks, but on the days that Halston doesn't have school, which is Tuesday and Thursday, and he's with me, and he eats so early with me, we kind of have to do a little something so he can make it later. So he's got himself an orange, right? We made it to school. It's time for this guy to have lunch. This is what he has because it's the easiest thing for the car. I have to get out of the car and feed him while we sit in the car rider line. That's our little routine for this time of day. It's about, let's see, it's 12:10. So he usually eats at 12, but we live 30 minutes from the school, so I can't feed him before and I can't feed him after. So I just feed him right here in the carpool line. He's a good little eater. There's not much yet that he doesn't like, but you know what I've heard is that if you give babies baby food like this that has all these ingredients in it, it's making for a picky eater. And that when you have a baby, you're supposed to give them like one ingredient foods. So that's kind of interesting. I did that with Oakland when I had more time on my hands, and he is my least picky eater. So I don't know if that's true, but it's true for us so far. With them, I give him the mixed stuff, and he's not too picky about anything yet. So we'll see how he ends up. All right, I got a hat on because I went to the gym, but we're here for dinner. What's on the dinner menu? All right, here's what's on the dinner menu. We got bone broth, which looks pretty gross, but this is gonna be Jamin's. So just some rice. Nathaniel made some bone broth, and you just pour it on top, just like that. And then for Oakland and Halston, we have rice with, let's see what's cooking. Wow. This is bone marrow. So Oakland and Halston are gonna have rice with bone marrow, and clearly Nathaniel plans to eat this too because he put a lot in the oven. These bones are only like $4 at Publix, so I'll show you how I do it. You want to tell about the health benefits of bone marrow?
While she's scooping out the bones, all you got to do is do a quick Google search about bone marrow and all of the nutrients and health benefits that come along with it. It's pretty amazing. So we started implementing it into our life, and it goes really good with any like carbs, like rice or bread, and it's amazing. It's the food of the primates.
So we got bone marrow, rice, and we got some green juice. Halston already drank all his, surprisingly. You did good, Halsey. And Oki's still working on it. Let's see Jamin's review. First bite. What you think, baby? He's got his legs going. You know, when his legs get going, it must be good. There they go. Is it good, baby? You got a lot of faces. Let's check in. We're about halfway. Whoa. Okie didn't leave 1 grain of rice. Halsey's still drinking the juice, but working on his rice. I didn't know that Nathaniel had already made Oakland a different kind of green juice, so maybe that's why he's not drinking the one he has. And little baby, choking. He's doing good. He's almost done.
Me,
Oh. Halsey. He drank that entire green juice by himself, that whole bottle. I poured him some more. And you almost ate it all. Good job, Halsey. Who's gonna clean that up? Ew.
No, ew.
You're eating again? What do you have?
Again, taco.
A s'mores.
Yeah.
Let's see yours, Oki. Take a bite. Is it good? Here's the chef.
That's what I do. From bone marrow to s'mores.
When it's quiet, you know it's good. In conclusion, I wish I ate half as healthy as our kids do. Finishing the night off with some raw milk for everybody. And that's the last thing going in these tummies until tomorrow. So that was a typical day for us. Hope that gave you guys some food ideas. They were nice and easy. Today was like such an easy food day for us. So I hope that gave y'all some ideas and some tips and things to make it easier for you. And we'll see you next time.